What's up, guys? How's it going? How's it going? I am doing my best to get caught up as soon as I possibly can. The news is not very new. This is a couple hours old, the developments around the Michael Vaughan case, but I just recently saw what was going on, and I just was like, let's hop on, let's stream, let's see what's happening around this case. Lynn, hello. Hope you read my comment on your last video. Lynn, I may have read your comment on my last video. I'll have to check it out. Nella, good to see you. Crazy Chicken Lady, hello. How's it going? Everyone, please hit the like button while you are on your way into the chat. This is going to be, I don't know how long of a stream we're going to be doing. It really just depends on how developments, what develops. But if you guys are just tuning in, Fruitland police are searching a home related to the Michael Vaughan disappearance. So this is a story, obviously, that we covered. I don't want to say to great detail on this channel. We definitely did several live streams and several standalone videos going over both the location and just kind of the background of the disappearance of Michael Vaughan. There are definitely other channels that have really covered the Michael Vaughan story to greater lengths, almost as what we've done with, like, say, the Summer Wells case. But the Michael Vaughan story is still a case that I am very interested in seeing come to a resolution. And so here we go. Apparently they are searching a nearby home. I haven't really gone into detail of what is going on, but apparently this house is kind of in the same neighborhood in which he was last seen, where he lives. So this is kind of disturbing. It's over a year and a half since Michael Vaughan has been missing, or close to a year and a half at this point. But yeah, Nella, I kind of forgot about this case. Coffee Buzz, good to see you. Well, this is a new development. So let's watch this video and then we'll pull up some of the maps and kind of see what's going on. Ooh, ads. Sorry if that hurt your ears. Jules, good to see you. Good to see you.
So here we have ISP and Fruitland police searching a backyard of a home in Fruitland. They have a dump truck, the Chief Huff told me, and there's crime scene tape all across here, down into this area, this grassy area right here. The fire department just left, I think, and you can see they have the whole fence taken out right here. There's a dump truck back there.
Oh wow, they took the fence out. Oh my gosh, loud ads, man. Okay. So yeah, dump truck. They took the fence out. They have like some sort of a digging apparatus. I don't want to call it I don't know. I'm not going to claim to know what it is. One of these cat machines. But this is behind that fence. So someone is getting really, really close to the action here and is able to report what they're seeing just from the other side, because they're probably just on the sidewalk. Laura, this is Michael Vaughan missing out of Fruitland, Idaho. I know that I kind of started this stream with very little context, but let me give you guys the rundown on Michael Vaughan. So Michael Vaughan, missing child. I want to get the exact information. So July 23rd was the 1 year update, it looks like. But Michael Vaughan went missing on July 27th, 2021. This is Michael Vaughan here. This was back in July of 2022. They did the 1 year update. There was a press conference around that, or some sort of an update. So it's been well over a year at this point, as we're now in November, and there is new developments. So like I said, he went missing in the town of Fruitland, Idaho, which is right on the border of Idaho and Washington, Oregon. So the Snake River runs right next to the border here, and Highway 84. So on this side of the river to the left is the state of Oregon, and this is the state of Idaho. Specifically, in this neighborhood here in the south part of Fruitland. I don't know if you'd call this southwest part of Fruitland, but yeah, he went missing somewhere in this area. He was last seen at his home on Southwest 9th Street. And I don't know, there's something with the, forgive me for the people who are very, very detailed with the case, but there's something with the whole water pad, lily pad, splash pad nearby. I don't know if he was seen there or if he had gone over there. Like I said, not as up to date as I should be on this case. It's one of those cases that has absolutely kind of taken a back seat for a lot of people because there just wasn't any real substantial information around this case. And so now all of a sudden it's kind of wild to hear his name on a random Saturday night in November. And we have people digging up a backyard. So, I mean, it's pretty wild. Specifically, this is the house I think that they are in front of. I'm going to get to some of your guys' comments in a second. I appreciate you guys being here. 141 of you on a Saturday night tuning in, hopefully to have some answers soon for missing child Michael Vaughan. I'll get to some of your guys' comments in a second. Good to see some of you. Shay, good to see you. Lene, Bug Love, Crazy Chicken Lady, Patty, Donut, Alicia in the house. Maud, Alicia, everyone say hey to Alicia. Jennifer Harris, good to see you all. Nella, Sarah. Sorry, I'm kind of just rushing into this, but I'm just trying to catch up. But this is, I believe, the house in which they are digging up the backyard of. At least this is where the crime scene tape is at. Specifically, North Whitetail Ave. So this is Michael Vaughan's home, like I said, on Southwest 9th Street. It's kind of small on the screen. And then the home that they're at is actually on North Whitetail Avenue. So if we go back into Fruitland here and we zoom in on the neighborhood, Michael, his home was right here. And if we just measure the distance to, I know these are kind of these little roundabout things, so I'm not really going around them correctly, but North Whitetail Avenue. Wait. Is this correct? Hold on. Wait. Where's North Whitetail? What? That doesn't make sense. Is that lining up? Hold on. Let's look at this map side by side with the Google Maps. North Whitetail Ave. Rivers Way. Okay, let's just look into the street view here. And let's compare it to the image of the house. Doing a little map time here, guys. I want to make sure I get this correct. It looks like a curve in the road here. I mean, it'd be very easy to find out probably where they're at, but I'm doing the old-fashioned search for the photo with Google Maps. Okay, so we've got a window up here. Ah, that looks like it right there. Right? Just a different paint color? Nope, different. The house is on the different side there, the bulk of the house. Huh. If anyone has the actual address, this looks closer. Is that it? No, that's not it. Huh. Oh, let's just zoom in here. Huh, it's not letting me zoom in. Okay, let's get some more details here on where this is at. Let me read some of your guys' comments. All the kids. Hello, Aaron. I am so sad. Yeah, Karen. The first tweet that I read, Karen, was that people were like happy to hear this news because it is potentially closure for the family and closure for the community that is, you know, still seeking answers in the Michael Vaughan case. But it's like so unbelievably saddening if this is actually where he's at. So I'm going to get the actual, okay, here we go. Lockdown with April. Angela, good to see you. I'm door dashing, so can only listen, but I'm here. Good to see you, Angela. No worries. Lockdown with April. It's 1102 Red Wing, but the address is confusing because it says a different street. Okay, thank you, April. Let me go ahead and punch that in. And then I think we have potentially a name of somebody that is actually at the residence. They went home for the day. Karen says they went home for the day. So that's interesting. Oh, wow. So if it's this address, if it's this Red Wing address, it's even closer. It's even closer to Michael's. Let's see if this is the... Does that look like the same? 1102 Red Wing. That's 1102. Maybe the photo that they were showing. Oh, this looks like the fence. Let's go back to this. It's a different part of the house, though. Let's just see what we can see from this video. Let's see what we can see from this video.
Here we have ISP and Fruitland Police searching a backyard of a home in Fruitland. They have a dump truck, the Chief Huff told me, and there's crime scene tape all across here, down into this area, this grassy area right here. The fire department just left, I think, and they have, you can see they have the whole fence taken out right here. There's a dump truck back there.
Oh, this is the one we just saw. There's another video right here. That gave us a lot more info when she turned, though, to see. So the house, that is a different house. Okay, we weren't looking for the right house.
All across here.
What is that? Address there is 1102. Okay, so yeah, Whitetail Ave, it looks like. So yeah, that's the wrong house we were looking at. The actual house is further off to this side. We'll figure that out in a moment, the exact address. Candy Cane, both residents are SOs. So that's another thing. I don't know for certain if this is accurate information, but I don't know if Carson Starkey is the actual resident that lives at the house that they are searching, but apparently he is a registered offender. 1102 Red Wing. Okay, thank you, Lockdown. So apparently it is 1102 Red Wing. This map is showing right up here. Let's quadruple check here. I mean, this looks like the white fence here, and that is 1102 Red Wing. It's hard to tell in that particular video where we're at. Let's go ahead and watch this little 2-minute segment from one of the local stations there. I'm trying to think. Something Channel 7.
Fruitland Police Chief J.D. Huff telling us earlier that he didn't want to do an on-camera interview at this time. He didn't want to go on record until they knew something definitive, something concrete. But what he did tell us, Shira, is that they are looking for remains of missing Michael Monkey Vaughan at this home behind me on Red Wing Street. You can see a bunch of cars lined up. They've also removed a piece of that fence. They've cut down a tree. Alex, you were here for a couple hours before me, and crews have been here since 9:30 this morning. In fact, they were out here last night. What else do you know? What else did you see?
I mean, we saw this excavator going back there. We were back behind a neighbor's house looking, and the excavator was very clearly digging up the backyard back there. There were investigators back there discussing what to do. You know, Chief Huff said they really haven't found anything yet, but they're going to keep continuing to look for Michael. And, you know, Idaho State Police and Idaho Search Mountain Rescue are out here. They have canines out here. They've been doing a lot today.
Yeah, we've seen a couple canines. And again, just to reiterate what Alex said, they haven't found anything yet, but they are going to be here throughout the evening. And until and if they find something out here, again, a very credible tip led them to this home on Red Wing Street in Fruitland, just about 4 minutes away from the Vaughns. That's the neighborhood Michael Vaughan was last seen in. They live at Southwest 9th Street in Fruitland. That's where he was was last seen on July 27th, 2021. Fruitland Police, Idaho State Police following up on over 1,000 leads up until this point. And the fact that we are standing right here and seeing something like this so tangible, you've been following this story for so long, you've never seen anything like this.
No, I mean, nothing has ever really came of it until now. You know, they've been following up on so many leads, but we talked to a neighbor who said nothing like this has happened in the neighborhood. And, you know, they were searching his house. He let them in their garage to search. They showed him a picture of a scooter, a kid's scooter that they were looking for. He had never seen it, but they've been diligently working. And, you know, this is a huge story that we're standing at right now, just in the developments of Michael Vaughan.
Exactly, and very active, we should say, too. Of course, Shira, follow us on Twitter, Alex Duggan and myself. We will continue to update people both there on ktvb.com.
Okay, so that's it. So they have a credible tip led them to the backyard of this house on Red Wing Street, 1102 Red Wing Street. I did just show a person that is potentially linked to that address, but I do want to preface everything that we're showing on this stream is all just speculation. I don't know if this man is the actual person who is in the house. I'm seeing some certain comments from people saying that they're hearing that it's actually a couple and they're not actually registered offenders. Ashley said that. Cindy says, so is that close to where Michael lived? Yes, to once again go through it here. The actual address, I'm not going to say the exact address where Michael lived, but it is right here on Southwest 9th Street, basically right here. If we actually measure out the distance to, let me just do, sorry, 1 second, clear measurements, 1102 Red Wing Street. And if we do directions and we just click right here, it is 2 minutes to drive. They said 4 minutes on the stream or on that video there, but if I zoom out, you can see Cindy. I think it was Cindy that asked how close it was. It's half a mile away. Half a mile. If you walked, it would take 10 minutes to walk from where Michael lived. I did see Angela's comment. I'll get to that in a second. Let's see. Wait, I'm seeing a few comments here. Hold on just 1 second. The owner of the house may not be the person who is resident. Exactly, Donut. That's a good comment as well. Who said what says on Twitter, they say that the registered offenders live at 1100, search is at 1102. See, exactly. That's why I don't want to get ahead of myself here and say, oh my gosh, they're digging up the backyard of an offender's house. Regardless, they had some sort of a tip that led them here. So whoever lives here, if they have anything to do with this, whether they're a registered offender or not, that's beside the point. What we do know is that they had a credible tip, or they had a tip at the very least that led them to this house. This could end up being nothing, but at the same time, if they had a legitimate tip and they brought out heavy machinery to dig up the backyard of this, or dig the portion of the backyard of this house up, they had to have some sort of probable cause to do so, you would think. So I don't know. And it sounds like a few people are saying they've gone home for the evening. So I don't know. Did they find something? What time is it in Idaho right now? It's 8 o'clock on the East Coast. I'm sure there's still, maybe they're running out a little bit of daylight, but what is it? 6 o'clock there right now in Idaho? Hey Siri, what time is it in Idaho? Hey Siri, what time is it in Idaho?
In Boise, Idaho.
Yeah, it's 6:19. Okay, 2 hours different. For some reason, I thought it was 3. They're very close to the West Coast there, but not quite on that West Coast time zone. I'm going to go back to Angela's comment. Angela said something about, I'm sitting in my car next to a car that has 2 little kids under 3. Car is running and unlocked. Dad is in Burger King chatting up with friends. Oh, what? I thought you were talking about the Vaughns, Michael Vaughn's family. You had heard a story. I misread your thing earlier, but wow, that's pretty crazy. That's the next story. Make sure you take a mental note, Angela. Beautiful wife and I did this tonight, where we were walking around and we saw some kid just walking around by himself. He looked way too young to be walking around, and we looked at the time. We're like, it's 3:46. He's wearing a Golden State Warriors jersey, and he's on this street, just in case all of a sudden he turned up missing, we could say, hey, we saw somebody walking around. We didn't want to talk to the kid and be like, hey, sure you should be hanging out outside? Because he probably just lived around the corner. But yeah, that's wild. Take mental note, Angela, just in case. Check your local neighborhoods or for registered offenders. You'll be surprised on how many. Yeah, sort of the spirit. That is a disturbing thing to do. I would advise actually people not to look at that, because they will probably put their house up for sale and try to move out into the middle of nowhere. Because yeah, the amount of offenders out there it's a very high number of people. Angela, call the cops. Wait. You went in to tell. I went in and told him to get out there for his kids. Wow, good on you, Angela. Claps in the chat for Angela for stepping up. That's just asking for a problem, just leaving your kids out in the car like that. Now, it depends on the situation, but in most cases, that doesn't sound like a good idea. Debbie, great coverage. Thanks, from Missouri. Debbie, thank you. I used to live in Missouri, right on the Kansas City, Missouri line. Thank you for tuning in, Debbie Gem. Cheryl, good to see you. Good to see you. Everyone, tap that like button. We got 270 people in here, 110 likes. I hope that there is some... Also, the coloring on my camera is off. Apologies on that. I'm realizing I look a little bit like red. I just plugged everything in, and the settings were what they were. So it is what it is. But... there's potentially new information around the Michael Vaughan case. This is huge. Obviously, it is approaching probably sunset in Idaho. Obviously, we're in winter, so sun is setting a little bit quicker. So maybe they are turning in for the night. Let's just see what people are saying on the case real quick. I know some people said on Twitter it looked like they were tuning in or turning in for the night. So let's see what the latest on Twitter is. The community discussed me. Every creator on YouTube seems to be going how they're searching for his remains, yet most have been radio silent other than to drag Brandy and Tyler. Arctic Fox, True Crime. Obviously, I think we all at the beginning of this looked into what was going on. I think at the time, Brandy was working. Tyler was ordering pizza / watching the kids. I think most YouTube channels at one point or another looked at the entire scenario. I by no means ever wanted to come across like I was blaming the parents, so hopefully that's not the case here on this channel. But that here, whoops, hold on, Michael Vaughan, latest. But yeah, I definitely know that was a thing that was happening quite a lot on this case. I mean, there's a lot of people that have strong opinions about what they think happened with this case, and there's some weird timing things and phone calls that ended up happening later on. We're not going to get into that, but yeah. Oh, here's another couple photos. I mean, I would like this to be like, it's a weird thing. Like, you don't want the kid to be found because you know that it's not going to be good, but you want for the family to have, answers. Okay, so yeah, it looks like this is where they took a chunk of this fence out. We want you found. Yeah, see, like this person's saying, you can't see it on my screen if I move it over. Yeah, even if we don't always want it to be a certain way, you deserve justice. We don't know the details or exact reasons for the current search. All that matters at this time is that motion is in full force. Yeah, they're full force. I mean, this takes quite a bit to just be digging up someone's yard, so they've got to have some serious reasons. Looks like Alexandra Dugan from KTVB, one of the, I think that's a local station. Yeah, this is the woman that was tweeting earlier, of the tractor going in. Looks like here's another angle that she got from the backyard. This is a better angle to actually see what's going on. It makes you wonder, who's this guy? But she tweeted later on, let's just read through her thread here. Investigators have gone quiet, looking at the area where it was dug up. Now they are discussing something. This is 2 hours ago, by the way. This is 5:59 on the East Coast. So that was like 4:59 or 3:59 rather on the West Coast. On Idaho time. conferring with the tractor driver. Huff just gave me another statement. We'll post shortly. There are dogs coming on the site now. Wow, they had dogs out there. They've received a credible tip that Michael's remains may be in this backyard. Who called this tip in? How strange. It makes you also wonder, because this case has had such a high level of searching over the last year and some change. It makes you wonder how many neighbors did thorough searches of backyards. How many people actually, like, I don't know how that works, but you would imagine if a neighborhood of this size, right? How many is this? What, 300 houses? Is that too many? What is this? 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. I might be too much here, but yeah, 100-ish houses, right? I don't know. I'm bad at looking and judging. Even if this is 200 houses here in this neighborhood, and somebody went missing in your neighborhood, you would think that everyone would come together to do like a massive search with both dogs and whatever other means the current investigation has access to at that time to search for Michael. And if there was one neighbor that said, no, you can't search my backyard, then that would be incredibly sus, because it makes you wonder, did they ever search in or near this neighborhood that this house was at? I mean, this is practically the same neighborhood as where Michael Vaughan was at, or where his parents lived. So it makes you wonder, were there people that denied access? Because you would think that just in case, it was just a situation where the kid, went through a crack in the fence and got stuck in someone's backyard or so on and so forth. Like, there could have been a scenario like that early on where everyone offered up their home, their backyard, to just be quickly searched. Man, it's like, when did this happen? If this is really where he ended up being, like, if they find him in this backyard, it's gonna be a lot of questions, obviously. Holy crap. This is, I was going to make a video about the Delphi case and about how this is our, hold on. Okay, 1 second. I was going to make a video on the Delphi case, basically mentioning that it kind of seems not anticlimactic that they've found the guy, or they have every reason to believe that Richard Allen is their guy, but it almost feels like lackluster, like we were waiting for something bigger. And not that it's not big, I don't want to say that, but I wonder how this, if they can come out tomorrow and say that they found something or whatever. Obviously, that's not going to be the case with this story. The Delphi case has just so many other aspects to it that I feel like are unknown that will probably end up being connected later on. But we've got the Delphi case, and then if this case all of a sudden has a serious development that goes somewhere, if they actually get somewhere with this, things sometimes come in threes, right? Good things and bad things. It makes you wonder, is a Summer Wells, update around the corner? I know that case has been completely silent, at least for the most part. You can only hope, right? It seems like we're getting a lot of movement with some of these cases over the last couple weeks. And one can hope, right? One can hope. Let's see what people are saying. Monkey is my youngest son's nickname. Oh, Lene. That's sweet. Bella, I am curious about your thoughts on Tony's friend. Maybe I'll do maybe a video on my thoughts on Tony's friend, because I did put that whole series out and I did kind of go into depth without doing any sort of a follow-up. So maybe I'll do a video on that, Bella. But I think that there's some certain things with his friend, or quote unquote friend, I don't know if he really is, it sticks out to me as strange. So it's going to be bigger. Angela, Alicia, I completely agree. The Delphi case is quite large, I think. There's going to be, I think, a lot more that comes out. The probable cause will be released. The court will have to release that soon, though. So we're going to know at some point soon why they believe Richard Allen is their guy, at least why they've arrested him for the 2 counts of murder for Libby and Abby. So that will be interesting to launch off of that at that point. Okay, Lene, I read that. Lockdown, not sure if it's the RSOs that live in the house or next door. However, they could have at reg at 2 different addresses because they couldn't live together. True. Lynn, check if you can check my comment. Lynn, what comment are you referring to? I can check it out. Which video? I can go search for it. Cheryl, the Summer Wells case, they should dig up that concrete slab. Can you find remains under concrete? I mean, I'm pretty sure if you break up the concrete, you can certainly find certain things. I would like them to do a DNA test and the little boy that belongs to the lady who cut the baby out. Wait, what? What are you referring to, Angela? Last video Delphi. Okay, Lynn, I'm going to go check it out right now. Let me get another, hold on one second. Let me get another thing here pulled up that we can hopefully listen to, because I know that there was another Michael Vaughan. They did a segment, I believe. Maybe we can watch their segment. This person's saying, stay out of the area. Neighbors are now complaining of traffic. Go home. Imagine how they feel living by these people. Many of them had blue lights and signs in their yard. Go be with your loved ones. Hug your kids. Say a prayer for Michael Vaughan's family. They could use it. So yeah, it sounds like obviously there's a big buildup of traffic, of people probably trying to kind of see what's going on. Obviously, people want to know, especially people in their own neighborhood, hey, what is this, right? But yeah, if you live in that area, definitely don't go blocking the roads and keeping residents from going to their house. But yeah, I imagine the public is concerned and also very curious as to what is going on. Fruitland is not a massive city. It's not a big place. So yeah, I imagine a lot of people are wondering what's going on. Okay, so it looks like a judge signed a search warrant to dig up the yard. So yeah, they got the warrant. Man, they had to have a solid reason to go there. I'll just pull this up again. This is the location. Really, really close. That might actually not be quite the one. I think it might be this corner one, but it's very, very close. Videos. Okay, let me go to the comments on this so I can try to find Lynn's comment here. Comments. Let me look. Okay, Lynn, let's find your comment. These are some comments here. Control Lynn. I just did a Control F to look for yours specifically. Is it the final call, Lynn? Is that the one you're referring to? I think I can specifically look for your name. Filter, search, Lynn. I just searched for your name. Lynn GMB. Huh. I'm not seeing your comment, Lynn. Just let me know what it is. Here, it commented in the chat. I'll read it. Let me know what you're curious about. Can we see how close the skate park? Yeah, so let's go back to the map here. So who was that asked? I can't read the name. Karen Hall. Can we see how close to the skate park? So once again, Karen, here is Michael Vaughan's house. If we zoom out here. Yeah, Lynn, if you just copy and paste it on here, I can check it out. Sorry about that. I don't know why it's not showing up. Sword of the Spirit, if I'm looking at the right house, it's surrounded by a white fence. Yes, it is. Chris Davis, I want to know what kind of car is in that driveway. If it's small and white. That's a good point, Chris. The actual car in the driveway is a Toyota Corolla. That is in the 1102 address. Kira E, good to see you. Thank you for covering this. Thank you for being here, Kira. Everyone hit that like button. Let's get the stream out there. I know I don't post and go live as much as I used to on YouTube anymore. I want to change that and go live a little bit more here and there. And it certainly helps when YouTube sees that the content is being enjoyed. And even if you don't really typically do the whole like button, dislike button thing, it helps get the channel out there. It's a weird thing to ask people to do, like videos, but it helps get them out there. So please do that if you have not. Lynn says, Aaron, was Richard Allen that you interviewed? The last interview said Steve Washington and S. Washington Street is on the map. Oh, I did read your comment. So I don't know who it was exactly that I interviewed. I have some suspicion of who it is that I interviewed. So I will save that for another video, Lynn. But yes, I don't think that it was Richard Allen who I was speaking with. However, it is strange that you found that. So that's a good little nugget that you found. But thanks for commenting that. Is that their trailer as well or next door? Trailer. I think that... Oh, that's a good question. That looks like next door's trailer. That's a good question too, Perry. Yeah, this looks like it's opened up for the next door. You would think that the doors would open up to the other side. Like they would... Although they'd have to put it in backwards. This looks like... Yeah, because they have a boat here. This looks like it's part of this property line. If you look at the actual line right here. I don't know, though. I can't say for certain, but... Because it also looks like that particular part of the driveway looks slightly different. I was wondering when that fence was installed. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, this is... I believe the fence. Maybe it was TK himself. Bug Love, you're not the first person to wonder that. Coffee Buzz, we want to see more of you rescuing beautiful wife from rogue roaches. Yeah, as much as I love, no. Actually, no. I'd rather just hang out with beautiful wife and not have to save her from the occasional house roach. Roaches are disgusting. If you were not in the last stream, you won't catch that reference. But Bex says, how did the dogs not hit on that house? And if they are registered SOs, how did law enforcement overlook them? I have questions. Stop. Yes, 100%. Once again, Bex, we don't know for sure 100% if the person living at this house is a registered offender. That is kind of what I've been hearing, but at the same time, I'm hearing that it could have been the next door neighbors. So we're not entirely sure, but either way, like I was saying earlier, you would think that they would have searched this entire neighborhood with the search dogs, with the initial searches that went on. And that's given that, he was at this location at that given time. I mean, he could have been taken away from this location and then brought back. We have no idea. This is the thing I want to call attention to again. We don't know entirely if this is the neighbor that lives in that house just around the corner, the house that they are digging through the backyard of or were earlier. But if it is him, then it sounds like he is a registered offender. We can actually go to the site now and look at all the registered offenders in that area. Registered SOs, Fruitland, Idaho. But yeah, that's a good point, Bex, because if this person was living in this area when this happened, which is only a year and some change back, a year and a few months, then yeah, I don't know how you would overlook that either. But who knows? Okay, so let's see. Yep. Okay, so if we go to the... Oh, sorry, I'm on my face. Yeah, if we zoom in here, this is the actual location. If I go split screen, let me go split screen here. So it's kind of hard to see. It might not be that hard to see. Can you guys see it? Let me see what you can see. Let me move this over a little. That's lining up pretty much perfectly. So on this map, so here's where Michael lives. That would be right down here. And then these little neighborhoods, or these little roads are right here. This specific one, and I actually might go ahead and go full screen real quick and see. You know what? If you're a registered offender, your name can be on the internet. I mean, you've done the crime. So this is what I'm just gonna show it. I don't know if you guys can even read it. Okay, so the address is not the same address, I don't think. 1100 Red Wing Street. We have, it looks like, Dorothy Starkey. So let me go ahead and go full screen here. Carson Starkey is the actual tweet that Miss Harmony 58 tweeted. Lives in the Fruitland house. So I don't know if this is the same house, but it's definitely not. I don't think it's the same house they're searching. 1100 Red Wing Street. Let's go ahead and type in 1100 Red Wing real quick. Maps. 1100 Red Wing. Oops. Fruitland, Idaho. I don't know where everything was at there. 1100 is actually the house with the trailer. Is where the offenders are. Or the offender, singular. Is that Dorothy right there? I don't know. And then 1102 is where they're looking. That's his address per the SOR list. I heard on another stream that they own this house as well. Kira, thank you for that info. They're both RSOs. Oh, I think someone was saying that earlier. Sorry if I misread somebody's comment. Wait, is Lindsay in here? Lindsay, we had a silverfish ants in Florida. To me, roaches are worse. Yes, roaches are the worst. Beautiful wife is in here. Oh my gosh. Hello, beautiful wife. Beautiful wife has moderating abilities. I forgot. She's just in here chatting it up with everyone. Well, if beautiful wife's in here, can I ask beautiful wife to bring me a little bit of water? I'm very parched. If not, I can get it myself. I've got 2 on my street and multiple in my neighborhood. That's awful, Angela. Okay, Crime Time says she lives in 1100. He stays at 1102. They are both RSOs. If that is true, then it doesn't matter what property line this trailer's at. That is sus. So you know what? We can go even further. I can hear you on the screen and then a soft echo from the office. Does it echo? Is it echoing though? Oh, you're saying the delay, Lindsay. I see what you're saying. Okay, we're going to go in. You know what? We have 372 people in here. We're going to just do a bit of deep diving, guys. We're going to do a bit of deep diving. We're going to actually look up the location of these houses. I'm sure other YouTubers have done this already. We're going to do it real quick. Beautiful wife is bringing me... Oh, you brought it in that cup. I have my white one too, but thank you.
Do you want it in the
No, the white one's better, but this is great. No, this is good. This is thank you so much. It's in this reusable coffee mug. Thank you. Appreciate you. Coffee Buzz. Lindsay, you have Aaron in stereo. No, I think she was saying that she can hear me coming from the office because I'm like literally like 25 feet away from her. She's on the other side of the apartment. Shay says, how do you look up RSOs in your neighborhood? Excuse me. Water. Thanks, wifey. Shay, basically what I do, not that I do it often, but you just type in, like right here, I typed in registered SOs and then the specific city of Fruitland, Idaho. So for example, if I just wanted to do Orlando, Florida, I don't know where you live, Shay, Orlando, Florida, there's many sites that offer this, but yeah, you would be able to like pin it hone in on the map. This is disturbing, guys. This is an example of how disturbing it is. All of these are offenders, and you can zoom in and it just keeps splitting apart, and they're just like everywhere, and you can just click. Look at all these offenders. It's disturbing. This is near Disney World, you guys. This is near Disney. The most magical place on earth. Okay. But yeah, you can do that for kind of whatever city you live in or you want to look up. We're going to look into the actual location here of both 1100 and 1102, and we're going to see if we can see that these are both owned by the same person. We might as well dive deep. If you guys are in here on a Saturday following this case, this is what I'm doing. You might as well join me, right? Here we go. Let's see. Property viewers. Let's see. What is it? Parcel lookup. Property viewers. Fruitland, Idaho. Excuse me. Oh, wow. A map. How scary. Thanks. Yeah, the map it's terrifying. Yeah, parcel information. Here we go. I don't know what county Fruitland, Idaho is in, but I think we are here. There's the Snake River. Boom. Okay, let's hone in on his neighborhood here. This is how I partied. Alicia, I'm going to pin your comment. Thank you so much. Also, I'm usually better about posting like numbers in the description of like if you have any information that could lead to the, finding of so-and-so, whoever we're talking about. I usually have those numbers. I have been so out of the YouTube game. I just started the live stream up and I went. So if anyone has the actual Fruitland police number, I can find that as well. I will pin that or I'll put that in the description. I feel bad that I didn't put that. But like I said, I just kind of rushed into streaming. All right, we're going to figure this out here. Let's find this out. Lene says, my bad. I said Rupert. What are you referring to, Lene? Lene says Idaho, Rupert, something. All good, all good. Sorry for all the retracted messages, guys. For some reason I'm typing and it only sends the emojis. No worries. Okay, so let's look at this real quick and see. It's south of Northwest 16th. It's kind of hard to hone in on it. Ontario. Oh, Fruitland. Okay, there. Okay, here we go. We're on the neighborhood. I've been to Snake River when I went to Idaho in March. Oh, interesting. Seems like a cool area. All right. So this is the Red Wing Street here. If we click the actual, we should be able to get information on who owns it. 1102, 1100. Joyce, thank you for jumping on this to cover it. Joyce, thank you. And Joyce, thank you for your continued support. 10 months. Member for 10 months. You guys, clap it up for Joyce. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, I mean, I had to jump on and cover this. I saw the info. I saw the news. Very interesting. When you got people digging up a yard, they've got serious reason to be there. At least, they're going out of their way to get warrants to dig up yards. I mean, that's a big deal. So this is potentially huge news. Visible. Okay, let's see. Why can't I click the name here? Thank you, Lindsay. 208-642-6006. I'm going to copy that and paste that into the bio. That way, people that come to the stream now, boom, boom. Now, if you refresh, it should be in the bio. I always feel bad for not having that in there. Okay, thank you very much. Cool. Okay. Let's see if they both own this house. How do we figure this out? Search, parcel number. We don't really have a number. The name doesn't add up though. Carson, Janet, Starkey. These could be site address. Oh, here we go. 1102 Red Wing Street. Boom, here we go. Homeowner. Let me move this over for you guys. So 1102 Red Wing. The owner is Ramsey Edward Eugene Jr. So Eugene Ramsey Edward Jr. I don't know which thing there. Oh, wrong house. What do you mean, Jasmine? Is that not the right house? We're looking into both of these houses right here, I thought. Because then we're also going to look into the 1100 Red Wing Street, which is right next to it. Homeowner, Starkey Trust. Okay, so that still might be owned by them, and it just might not be under the same exact name. I don't think this is the wrong house, Jasmine. We're looking into these two houses here on the corner, one of which is where they were located today, right here, with this machinery. But we were specifically looking into both of the houses next to each other right here, because apparently this is a registered offender and they might own both of these homes. So I was just kind of looking into that. No relation, 1972, Howard says. We'll just have to see. Oh, I think if it's the 1100, it's the wrong house if it's RSOs. Yeah, I'm not sure. This is definitely the house that an offender, a registered offender, is tied to, this 1100. We just checked that out. But no clue if they're exactly, I mean, it's impossible to say, at least right now, with certainty that they're connected. Let's see. Jennifer Harris, glad to see you back again. We have sure missed you. Thank you for everything you do, for all you do. Well, I mean, I've missed doing this. This has been a lot of fun. You know, it's been fun going into these cases with you guys, and it's been something I've missed, is what I should say. So thank you, Jennifer. Also a member for 10 months. Clap it up for Jennifer. Thank you so much. I will give you guys, you know what I'm going to do for the people in the chat? I'm going to give you guys a little, not a sneak peek, but kind of a sneak peek. Check it out. I'm working on the pitch deck. You guys get to see a little sneak peek. Let me see here. Boom. There we go. Working on this. Here's some of the characters in the film. There's some of the screenshots of some of the key players in my documentary. So very, very cool stuff. All right. Let's read some more comments. Joyce, woohoo. Missed you. Thank you, Alex. Good to see you in here. Purple Glitter Tears. Check out Facebook profiles for each person. I could. Let me see here. I mean, I don't want to jump the gun on who they are. Do we have the exact name? Purple Glitter Tears? I can look it up from here if we have the... I mean, I've got the name of these people that are listed. I can go to Ramsey Edward Eugene Jr. and look that up. We'll see. You can actually go on whitepages.com and look up an address and see who lives there, or the property taxes. Let me see. 1102 Red Wing Road, White Pages. 1102 Red Wing Road, Fruitland, Idaho. This is probably going to do the whole paid version. Oh, it's not. It didn't do the whole thing. What is this Leo ad? Celebrities who have strange pets? What are these ads? Okay. I don't know about this white pages thing. Okay. Someone is asking about a little white car. 1100 house had 2 parked in the front. Yeah, so there's this car here, this little BMW, or this little Mercedes. It's a silver car. And a little white Kia. And then a BMW over here, but it's not white. And then the other house, the 1102 house, has a little Toyota Corolla. Aaron's office needs a little color. What are you talking about, a little color? It's... Oh, wait, yeah, you're right. There's no color. My old streaming setup when we were in Miami, it was in our living room, and we had like the TV behind us and plants and all these things. Trust me, I would like to spruce it up in the future, and it definitely needs that. So I'm very aware of that, Cheryl. Thank you, Alicia. Yeah, screams in excitement. Yeah. Yes, let's look at that car again. Yeah, I mean, there was cars in the beginning. BRB, I need to get back to some decorating. No worries, Alicia. Enjoy your decorations. There were cars at the beginning of this whole thing that they were looking for. Let me find this again. Michael Vaughan missing cars. Yeah, police are needing help identifying a car. These are the 2 cars they were looking at. Now, one of them is this white crossover kind of car. Definitely not a Kia. Kias are way boxier. And then this car here would be the only thing close to that other vehicle. This looks like a Dodge, like, I don't know, some sort of blue Dodge if I zoom in on it. Oh, wow, it's not going to let me. I zoomed in on it, but it's not that much bigger. This kind of looks like a Dodge something. But it's definitely not this Corolla. And who knows? Who knows what they were driving back then? I mean, law enforcement has access to all of their everything, right? So if this person is seriously a person of interest at this point, they can look into any past sales and purchases of vehicles and all that kind of stuff. Let's see. Wait, what's beautiful wife ratting me out on? What did I do? What did I do? It's the only room. Is she talking about decorations? I helped with the decorations. Is that what she's talking about? I don't know what beautiful wife's ratting me out on, Kira. Or, yeah, Kira. I wish I could see the CCTV footage of the suspicious car they saw. Yeah, Chris, that's the suspicious footage here. Right here, the white car here that I'm now blocking, and then the blue car. So that's the footage from the CCTV, I believe. Oh, my messy office. Yeah, my office is messy. Oh, is she talking about like behind me this way? Yeah, you guys can't see that way, but it's a mess. It's a mess. So yeah, she can rat me out for that because that is definitely my fault. Okay. I don't know if there's really much else to go through. I mean, there obviously would be. Once again, guys, if you're just joining, the actual location from the house, from Michael Vaughan's house to the area that they're searching. Once again, this is going to 1100, but I believe they were in the backyard of the 1102 Red Wing Street address. Is only half a mile. I'm going to quickly check, Jules, if there have been any new updates. If we go back to Twitter and type in Michael Vaughan and then click latest. we can go ahead and click this KTVB7. I think this is the one that we watched earlier. Actually, yeah, I know for a fact that's the one we watched earlier because it's this one right here. Now they're already auto playing other things. But yeah, the latest is basically saying, let's see. Roach hiding places in Aaron's office. Hey, it's not that much of a mess. It's not that. Also, you can't, apparently in North Carolina, you can't escape the occasional roach. When we looked this up, we were like, what is up with this? Because we were seeing, every now and then, we were seeing a cockroach. Anyways, tangents. How could a 5-year-old boy walk that far, or why? Well, I will say, a 5-year-old boy certainly could walk that far. I mean, it's half a mile. I mean, 5-year-olds absolutely have the capacity and the capabilities of walking half a mile. But why? That's the question, is why? Why would they go to that location? I don't believe that they did. Apparently, there has been they had seen his, or their scent had been last picked up on the end of this street here. And correct me if I'm wrong, it could be this street here, but his house is here, and I believe they last picked up his scent right here on Southwest 8th, which would mean potentially he got into a car and was taken. I mean, if he was taken straight to this house, or one of these two homes, it's really not that far. I don't believe he probably walked there by himself, though. Crime Time Grime, first time I've caught your live. Awesome work. Thanks. Well, thank you for being here. I have been taking kind of a hiatus from the YouTube stuff, but I obviously had to hop on and cover this as well as the Delphi stuff I'm going to be jumping back into as there's new developments there. But thank you so much. Mr. Mike, thank you as well. My 4-year-old loves hiking. Her favorite trail is just over 2 miles start to finish. Yeah, so it's not a matter of how could a child of that age walk 5 miles, or half a mile, but why? I don't think he stumbled over there by himself. Let's see. People with the last name Grimes live at 1102? Wait, what? Really? Where did you get that info, Hagen? Curious. Michael is heavy in the trolling game. Wait, what? Who's heavy in the trolling game? Do I not see the troll in the comments? Sorry guys, I'm also, I don't see the troll. Where's the troll? Who's the troll, guys? Who's the troll? What's his name, guys? His actual full name. What's the story? Are you talking about Mr. Mike, or who are you guys talking about? Yeah, I don't know who you guys are referring to as far as the troll in the comments, but if anyone's trolling, totally fine. I also do not see the troll. Yeah, I don't see a troll, but waste your own time if you want to do that. Someone was saying Michael is the troll. What are you referring to, Crime Time? I'm confused. His name is Michael. I just blocked him. Okay. Anyways, 1100 and 1102 are the addresses that we're looking at, Angela. Supposedly, they both own the same. It's the same owners, but I haven't been able to verify or confirm that. But I believe they were searching in the backyard of the 1102 address. Christian says 1102, it's the house right there on the bend of the corner. Yeah, exactly. I don't see the guy named Michael posting every 3 seconds. No. Is his name just Michael? I'm not seeing it. He's blocked. Okay. Thank you, Kira. What was he saying? I'm very confused. Anyways, yeah. 1102 Red Wing is the area that they were digging up. But yeah. All right, cool. So continuing on, let's try to find the latest. If there's anything. Michael Vaughan. Why is this? This is confusing. Oh, I see Michael, like Michael Jackson. The Michael Jackson. Yeah, get out of here. Put you in timeout. It would have been convenient to know that he had a Michael Jackson thumbnail as well. But that's fine. Appreciate you guys letting me know. YouTube trolls will be YouTube trolls. Millie tweeted 9 seconds ago, the owners of the home do not live there. There is another couple living in the home. So let's read this thread here. 33 minutes ago, reported that crews were wrapping up for the night. Will be back tomorrow morning. Both SOs live there. RS registered offenders appear to live in the home next door. Someone says, gotcha. I know the groups of Michael are digging up people's names, but can't really pinpoint who is living there because most of the houses are rented. The people living in the home do not own the home. I can tell you that. Okay, so it looks like this person who is a verified, which there's a whole weird thing with Twitter now on who can be verified and who can't. But this looks like a verified news source from KTVB, Morgan Romero, is saying that she can guarantee, or she thinks that she can guarantee that the current people living in that home are not the people that own the home. So that we'll just have to figure out who lives there eventually. I'm sure that they will be back there tomorrow, so maybe we can go live tomorrow if there's any new information. I'm sure that if there is any significant developments, they'll do maybe an immediate or later on in the day kind of thing, press conference, or they'll do something first thing for Monday. I think at the very least, they're going to have to do some sort of a press conference to address this big of a development in the case. So I imagine that we will be covering some sort of a press conference soon. But yeah, I don't know if there's really much else to go off of. I was kind of hoping that they would put a late night of work in, and then we could kind of stay on and react to some of the new developments because, you know, obviously we had some reporters and such that were there at the house throughout the evening. But, you know, it is what it is. Once again, they had some digging equipment in the house very near Michael Vaughan. They had a warrant to search the backyard of this house. We don't believe that the people living in the house were the owners of the house. It looks like they maybe were renting the house. So I'm not entirely sure who the actual offenders are, if they're the ones living in the house at that time or not. But regardless, it's a pretty significant development. All right, I'll read some comments before we bounce. How long have they lived there, though? Perry, that's a good question. All things that will likely come out later. They would have had that whole yard dug up by now. Yeah, I imagine they probably got pretty far with a piece of equipment that large. L. Ron Hubbard, has the child been found? No, at least nothing has been verified. There has been no verified remains of a child of Michael Vaughan. Nothing that has been addressed. So nothing has been found at this point. Did they find something significant that they can, that would put them there first thing tomorrow morning? Possibly. We don't know. They're not going to probably say that. Alex, I'm sure on November 22nd, we can talk about Delphi, big things happening next week. Yeah, so big things happening next week for sure. I actually was just about to go and make a quick video on the Delphi case. There was a Reddit post that came out that I thought would be interesting just to kind of read through and make a video on. So I may end up posting a Delphi video tomorrow or even Monday. and then maybe going live this coming week. I think it might be good for me to go live and talk about the guy that I talked to on the phone and maybe go through some of that conversation and kind of put that not to rest, but at least put it to the side, because I know I still get comments asking me, what do you think about the guy who you talked to? You know, because I shared multiple videos of this multi-hour phone call that was split up into multiple sections, and I never really gave a full, you know, what are my thoughts on who that was and why they contacted me. But yeah, let's see. They need to pull up every bush too. Yeah, I'm sure that they're going to do everything that they can, especially if they've gotten a credible tip that led them there. It's a rental house. I'm sure that same person doesn't live there anymore. Ask Tyler. He's the last one to see him. Interesting. We all have our opinions there. But yeah. The SO is registered at 1100. Yeah, we went through that, Shining. I don't know if you were here a little bit ago, but we did go through the registered offenders list for that area, and they are tied. It's a woman by the name of Dorothy tied to the 1100 address. Who said what? Said they probably use tech to determine where to dig. That is certainly possible. They definitely can use different tech to do down scans through the ground to get probably a better idea of where they should be looking at the very least. But you never know what kind of tip came in, right? Who knows what kind of tip they got? They could have been pointed to a very specific part of the yard. Who knows? I kind of want to go back and see the exact part of the fence that they blocked off here real quick before I do hop off. See if we can line it up. Is that... Okay, so yeah, you can kind of see a part of a shed right here. Chris Davis, good to see you, my friend. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. Okay, sorry guys, I'm moving the window around all over the place. Okay, where is it? Why is it not showing up? There we go. Okay, so let's try to line this up here. Oh, that must be it exactly. Okay, so this is why this makes sense now. Okay, you can't see it, but you can see the edge of the shed. Let me move this over. You can see the edge of the shed over here where my mouse is at, and the angled shed right here. And then the tree, it looks like there's two trees. We got one tree right here. That's the tree that's right here. And then this bigger tree is the one that has lost all its leaves. This image on the right here from Google Earth or from Google Maps is from September. So you got a lot more leaves on the tree. And then obviously it's November now, so this is from today. So that has been stripped of its leaves. So the tree kind of threw me off. So yeah, it looks like they were in this backyard. They had taken off what looks like maybe 2 sections of this white fence here to be able to get their piece of equipment in there. So yeah, that's the exact spot right there. Wilted Lettuce, it's been said that the RSO lives next to 1102. Yeah, guys, we've confirmed that the exact address that's connected to an offender is the 1100 address. I don't know who is living at the actual address. It sounds like a lot of people there's a lot of rentals in that area potentially. So who knows, guys? We don't know really any details of the exact scenario, who's living there currently, who owns the place, any of that. That will all, I'm sure, come out very soon. Probably we'll know a lot more tomorrow even. It's kind of an interesting time for all this to happen. It sounds like they lost a lot of light, and they probably just had to wrap up for the night. Someone said, Ashley says they had to remove a tree as well. Interesting. So I wonder what tree they removed, because it looks like this big tree's here, and then it looks like there's a tree, maybe a smaller tree. I don't know if there's a smaller tree. There's definitely a tree in the corner, but I can't tell if that's the neighbor's tree right there, because this is the tree that we're seeing in the image. I don't know. Hard to say. The news says they cut the tree down. I mean, they may have cut that tree down after that photo was taken as well. So we'll have to see. Hey, Aaron, long time no see. Hope the documentary is going well. The documentary is going very well, my friend. I am essentially done with the documentary. I am in the final stages, completing the final bits and pieces. And yeah, it's essentially done. So thank you for asking, my friend. All right, well, I think that's it, guys. I don't want to. It's Saturday night. It's 9 o'clock here. I don't want to just keep kind of rambling the same stuff, but this has been interesting to kind of dive in and look at the area that they have been searching. It's pretty wild to think that this is half a mile from where Michael Vaughan went missing in July of 2021. The blue car seen near Monkey's home does look like that. It has the same hubcaps as the car sighting in front of 1102. Oh, interesting. Okay. It looks like a couple branches were cut from the tree. Interesting. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm gonna end it right there. Thank you guys for being here. We might get answers on this case. It might make you sad. Another young life cut way too short. Yeah, we will definitely have answers soon, I'm sure. At least some sort of a press conference to address this huge development, which is yeah, this is not something small. This is a big deal. So we'll be here to stream it, to react to it, either on a video or, like I said, on a stream. So thanks for joining, guys. Have a good rest of your weekend. If you haven't already, tap the like button on your way out, and say a little positive, send some positivity out there for Michael and his family. Lockdown, thank you for having me. Enjoy your dinner. Good night, Lockdown. Good night, everyone. Laura, Laurels, Jeremiah, Radiant, Cheryl, good to see you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Kimmy, Coffee Buzz, you guys all have a good rest of your weekend, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, guys.